The division between smartphones and feature phones has often been murky. In the past, it used to be about how well the device ran user-installed apps and games. These days it's mostly touchscreen versus keypad. But there always were devices that straddled the line between those two categories. Nokia X302 Touch and Type official photos. Before Nokia released the no-quite smartphone Asha phones, there were the two Touch and Type models. As we said, these phones tried to have it both ways. The Nokia X302 and C301 both came out in late 2010. What made them special was that their 2.4 screens with 240 by 320 px resolution had a resistive touch layer and, of course, the familiar Series 40 interface was tweaked to support touch input. This echoes the story of the Nokia 5800 Express Music, and while the idea had potential, these two are the only touch and type devices to exist. They each got a modification, but we'll get to that. Nokia X302 Touch and Type. 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 The refreshed S40 UI. Series 40 UI was always easy to navigate. You had to manage it using the D-pad and a couple of smart keys after all. But the D-pad was not needed here. Users could simply swipe up and down to scroll. The smart keys were replaced by on-screen buttons. The home screen even had customizable widgets. The UI remained simplistic, which was essential as the screen was small and the resistive layer was not very accurate. They rarely were. Precision was never a goal here, simplicity of use was. The Touch and Type Duo was fairly capable for its day. They had 3G connectivity as well as Wi-Fi on board, so you could browse the web anytime, anywhere. Plus, Opera Mini supported touchscreens and made the experience as good as possible given the hardware. The phone also had a WebKit-based browser. Nokia X302 Touch and Type. 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 Opera Mini supported the touchscreen and could handle even complex sites. Speaking of hardware, it was powerful. Originally, the phones came out with 682 MHz single-core processors, 64 MB of RAM and 128 GB storage plus a micro SD slot. Naturally, the modifications we mentioned was the X302.5 and the C301.5 Gold Edition from 2011. These boosted the CPU speed to 1 GHz and doubled RAM to 128 MB. Storage was doubled too. This also enabled 480p at 30 fps video recording, up from 15 fps from the phone's 5MP camera. Nokia X302 Touch and Type. Nokia X302 Touch and Type. Nokia X3. It's not just smartphones that have app stores. You know, you may laugh at these numbers now, but the iPhone 3G from $200